Good evening, everyone. CJTheAFKGM here playing Doki 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 Club Plus. Today, I have plans on completing the rest of the side stories and probably, I don't know, depends. But it'll probably depend on, on how I feel about it. Wait, what? But I looked at them all last time. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Depending on how I feel after these, that'll depend on if I decide to go pursue the perfect ending of the game. Otherwise, we will only pursue something else. I don't know. That's right, Yuri. Or at least I can assume it's Yuri. It might be someone else. Anyway, the club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Zeri to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. I called it right off the bat. Everyone is silent. Zari's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. Best soundtrack of like any game I've played so far, actually. I need to download shit on my phone, you know? She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her, it's her! It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Saria had come across being alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving the flyer on it, it seems she found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sarah continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. Hi Monica, and this is Sari, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh, you want to have a seat? We'd like to get to know you. The girls nod, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. What's your name? Yuri. I'm Sari, and this is Monica. Sorry, already. Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like flicks? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? Ah, I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins, pressing her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind it. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri to take control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Suri and silently asks for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. Left all my other books in the locker. Should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably won't need... You only need to bring one for now. Nervously says, Sari nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sari in silent exchanging glances. Hold on. I mean... Alright. Texting someone slightly important, but you know, oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How did I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. And she'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty, I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. But hey, it's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sari. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me and administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sari lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her fingers against the daunting, chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with the short time gone, may indicate she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sari and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sari feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal size in the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sari nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, like, I think, like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods to Sari while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, when you decided to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone is starting a literature club. Well, that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glanced over at Monica. Monica came into the class, but with the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens. She shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that I was very irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just like walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things the worst possible scenario. Well, I was already nervous to come here for other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Ah, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's hard to find others who are interested in the same things I am, except online. So I thought Literature Club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you think are dumb. Yuri pauses and looks at a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into like crafting things, like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards and jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff, but I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off until the last minute. Yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into, right? Suri nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck with me. You're stuck here with me now. Oh god. Yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as Vice President of the Literature Club. There. Now you're stuck with me. Monica dishing out the roasts right here. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having it gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on weekends, whenever I feel I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue a conversation led primarily by Soria, but Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sarah and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two gonna be starting that book next clubbing? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Saria beams, Yuri collects her things. Once packed up, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayuri and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye. As Yuri exits, Saria returns her farewell. Once again, Sarah and Monica are left in the club room. Sorry, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know. It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last to arrive. She opens the door, she's surprised to find out only Sarah is in the club room. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. Sorry about yesterday. Sarah tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the both of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it just sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books, you know, like as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place. You're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I could do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sari pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sari reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part of the Everlast saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabella. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how can you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. Notes? Yes, that's a very effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to get to the genre. Sorry, jokes flew completely over Yuri's head. But think about it, she decides that it's probably the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as successful as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in things that I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you. No. Sari rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Ooh. Hold on. Oh god. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor divergence between them, the two get back on their track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayuri through the basics of fantasy world her story takes in place. The more of it she details, the races, the factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayuri seems to have. But despite Sayuri's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. it becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. And if people come up with this stuff, it's like the exact opposite of kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just simply putting it down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there's so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's a appendix that includes some of the Kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way. Yuri giggles, filling Sari's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Well, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sari jots Yuri is patient onto her notes. Hey, as for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sari flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silences only last for a few months before Sari speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask the questions, right? Yes, and then start your little revolution. Of course. Sari turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sari's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through God dang it. Through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, but Sari easily navigating the social situations and Yuri struggling in them. What the heck? What am I looking for? Okay, there we go. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now? Or the past? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These 3 paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnaz is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sari rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sari asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sari reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sari takes a deep breath, closes what little of the book she's got through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sari tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me a long time to read and understand things, it makes you feel really dumb. But I really like how you get into the god dang it. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going deeper, keep going, and to keep doing my best so I can see in the way you do. Relaxation, Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We could do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. Oh, damn. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. Poor Sari. You weren't making me. Sari's left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing that I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't come back? Want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sari stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Hey, if she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have been so much more fun. I need to do better for her. So many songs. I'm a big Yuri fan. I mean, I love them all because they're all amazing. Like, they really are. Like, it's one of the things I love about this game. You love all of them, but then you have that one you pick out. You know? That's the way this is. It's so interesting how this game is. Even with all of this. For the first time, Sari is the first one to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Are you sure up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But why am I letting everyone down? I'm always just a disappointment. Sarah continues to wrestle with her depreciating thoughts. Even tiny noise cause her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. No Yuri? Or not Yuri? Or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I opt to help those students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's gonna leave me such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes her book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry I'm so late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, and looks away. Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you instead today. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sari before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks at the club room herself to see Sari sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy to tag along. I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this flyer, then go around the billboards, replace old ones with the new ones. Mary nods, and the two are set off. I am not familiar with. Oh. The two walk in silence. Without Sari, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up as the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sari do it? Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight into the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sari told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of stuff you're into. Oh, I thought Yuri said that for a second, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. But, you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's cool that you were able to get Sarah into it. It's like the club is working, and I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing her onto it. Yuri falls silent again as if she's started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. Poor Yuri. A moment passes and silence, and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I don't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. It feels wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. Not just only some people. Of course. I need to look out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay? Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I have accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversations about arbitrary topic? I could talk for hours about the things I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand about that myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So, it feels like whenever I'm confronted with new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sari falls into that third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sari is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me, don't connect with my interest, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sari is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because the pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped in a hallway, prioritizing the conversation over the original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. I think that you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sari is different. Making people happy is most important things to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always tried to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thoughts out loud. It's something that Sari would be able to say better. Sari is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sari to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sari wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sari, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... It's just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of the cycle. I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtful-less and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn out into a full venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping the club, making the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with new ones. Miraculously, Monica just most of the work while Yuri follows along. But as the club room once again draws nearer, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never gonna feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door but turns to face Monica. You're not just gonna wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although, I suppose that one downstairs of reading... downside... Let's take that from the top again. Although, I suppose that's one downside of reading here at the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess it has nothing to do with this. You know, what? You know, now that you mentioned it, I bet we could get permission to keep our stuff for tea in the club room. You can use it like electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? Now look into it. I think it'd be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around to depart down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri! Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sari shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment she realized how Sari has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way in the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look, Sari holds up a sheet of paper. The patron notes beautifully produced with her indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you'd really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begins to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusation as she shuts her eyes on able to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave just as keep here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But Yuri can't put any strength into her legs. She feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Damn. Love this art so much. I love this art. It's so cool. But poor Yuri. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all of her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that things you're feeling in your head must be different from things you're trying to say. I know it must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that, so I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri snuffles again, then nods, and her head nods. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, speaks while steadying her voice. I love the different arts. Like, I know it's the same art style, but like, the way it's done for Sayori, it's so unique and cool. And same with like Yuri. This game's so fucking awesome. I love it. I think that I've gotten used to people being weirded out by me. That it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought I was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are really things I know how to talk about. It's all that I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting those overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool out of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sari, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little better. Or thank you for helping me understand you a little better. You know, you're so great at helping me while we were reading. So I hope good things that you need help too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you'd get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by not mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me because I'm already like you as the person you are. Or I already like you because the person you are. I know that you said you had a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. You don't have to be a social person or you don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's literature club. But it's best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake me for not enjoying it. I mean, we can never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I could say that, but I'll be glad that I tried and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want to rub off on me. Yuri fights a back smile at that comment. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated, although the caress of Sayuri's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but Mom will take care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sari, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to relax around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Oh. Oh my god, I'm so weird. But they just got done talking about weird, so I should shut up here, you know? Goddamn. Well, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear, but we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So, we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Damn. You needed it, though, Yuri. Admit it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back. Monica's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. So I trots over to Monica. Ah, she whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayuri. Sayuri wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah. Yeah, Yuri, that might be good to know. Sayuri could be kind of a hug monster. Kinda late to know that. Ah. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perpetually looks between two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you two have been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it'd be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn a few things about things that you like. Yes. You like poetry? Mary smiles. Oh, you're gonna fucking end it there. You really are. Oh my god. At the end, when I get 100% of these, I will go through them without the cup and the camera and like all the other stuff if I have more shit on the screen by then. Oh my god, that S. I remember seeing that all the fucking time in school. I haven't done it though. Wait, don't forget, ask Monica about that. What? Eh. Wait, what was the actual? Finish the side story. Understanding too. That's right. Oh, I don't know why this game is making me so. Oh, it's so weird. LNG. Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. it would get a, it would get 4-0-Ford. Oh, 4 of Ford in a microsecond. You could have just put 4 of Ford next to each other, but you do you. I don't care. I've mastered the Sendlord engineer. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it based on the content tweets, e.g. not screaming for help? I assume they're coming from the controls simulation. Every time I complete one, I'm like, it's getting closer to the last one, and I don't like it. Like, I want it to keep going. The critic Natsuki. Time to bring out Natsuki's voice. Like, tunneling. I'm kidding. What am I doing yet? She's not here yet. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Really? It took them that long to find Natsuki and then for her to move her manga collection into the closet? Though their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. Walks in a girl none of them seen before. Hi. Sayori tugs at Monica's sleeve. Yuri's shifts in her seat, buries her eyes in her book. Oh. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, but it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You sit next to my desk. Sayori points over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make some tea too. Now I have to do all 4 voices. Love it. Anyway, well, I can't do all 5 voices, but that doesn't matter, you know. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monica follows by sitting nearby. Then suddenly Yuri stands up, to stand up, deciding all that standing in the corner doesn't. Let me try that again. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we introduce ourselves? Okay, well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally with the big club, but I really wanted to do something more passionate about. I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, you know, like, never mind. I'm not just gonna judge people like that I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. That's why she likes headphones. Because in a way I was wondering why she was, when I clicked headphones, that she would always jump. Because she never talked about music and hanging out downtown and stuff. Like in the normal story. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough? Or maybe chocolate? It's cookie dough. And Monica is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take too many quizzes online. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. You guys like hang out or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. It's just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have 3 members, so we kind of just loosely spend our time doing stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start something like some more structured club activities. It's been a while It's been a while since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you like to clubs to get into? Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club room. In the club? Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. Like after all, I've been doing all this, and Yuri returns to the desk with trays of teacups which she sets down on an empty desk. After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that you don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, it is that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literature definition of literature, then technically, or if you consider. I can't believe I can't read anymore. I mean, I guess if you consider the literal. I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can keep my manga here and hang out after school, I literally do whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, there is. Later you fuck up her entire manga collection and then she almost falls. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence. Save for the sound of Yuri's. Wait, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. God damn. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean. She has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is gonna get cold. Yeah, wait. That's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure she won't just wanna read her manga, Siren? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have an opinion here? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so. Does that mean I bother you? No, you're pleasant to be around. You're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know, but still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I really am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sari stands up, walks to her door, and then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sari giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, "There's still one more box. I can't put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Monika anxiously glances between Sarah and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she really needs to kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. The next club meeting, Monica is first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Goddamn. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but it fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull as school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? I can't reach up there. That'd be so inconvenient. Yeah, but Monica sighs. The teachers are gonna ask us what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for literature club. So? Monica backs off and slumps to her desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon. Sari spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sari finishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Ooh, that's so pretty. Sari trots over to the closet. The colorful shelves catch her eyes. Which one do I start with? Well, you can't start by giving me a bite of that cookie. So Sari was getting revenge on Natsuki. I could tell already. This is gonna happen. It's gonna go down. Sari's gonna get a bite taken out of her cookie by the critic Natsuki. No wait, I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry in my kingdom, you need to pay the tax peasant. Boo! Defeated, Sari unwraps her cookie and breaks off beats for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the classroom. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the couple only having one more person to before, it feels twice as lively. And here's my thing. Monica, being one of the popular girls, has trouble meeting new people. That's the thing. Like, it's just so weird. I know gossip, how like gossip can really be stupid and all that shit. Whatever. Okay, so I think we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members, so it'd be great if we found stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we could give each other a person a day and to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else. Well, maybe. Something tells me that Monica glanced at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we could try to come up with something that everyone could really enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with. Why does that feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay for you guys to ignore everyone else's preferences. I liked Sari's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, Why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts off Monica by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. But I really would appreciate you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sari runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For the second time, Monica slumps into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She just makes me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does this expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like people should join because they want to express the passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh, well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's my frustration. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants me to blame me. Ugh. Why is it hardest to be rational during times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here, make the demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it in here should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you could to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling our confrontations with Natsuki, realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica has failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered about literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into larger box sets, pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerating poses, all dressed in short skirts. The Parafight girls, I believe it's pronounced. Yeah, I mean, amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Boo! Boo! Kidding, I love this shit. I have a feeling nothing else is unlocked, but yeah. Let's get closer to the end. No. I'm up more. Damn! Starting it off with the Natsuki the critic. Natsuki going ham. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually nice, really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm in the manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending. Look, I know English, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want to talk to Monica? Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, even if you're yours to convince her to back off, that would suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. You can figure this out, please? I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy. So, I want to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Don't say that. There's no such thing as dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me. So, just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what everyone else thinks, but you know, the signs for the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever. So I said it's at least worth a shot. But that was a lie apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she's being so judgmental, I didn't want to tell her something that she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would have just been like everyone else and tried to push me away from the manga in favor of a more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sarah understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what this club's for. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to fix this. I promise. Boo! Boo! Class bullies. No, boo. It's lunchtime the next day. I remember lunchtime. I pull out my D&D dice sometimes. Except now they're over here. And they're all a bunch of fucking pricks, so I'll be fuck off. Because Friday, we start playing D&D, we get into combat. I roll an 11 and a nat fucking 1 on disadvantage roll. So yeah, that's how my combat went, because we stopped after one round of combat, which it's fair. It's fair. You know, you get it started. You get the feeling of it going. Everything is all tense still. I'm still like, shit's about to happen. You know, I'm gonna turn the game audio up a little bit because the music's quiet. I love this soundtrack. Anyway, the cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet their friends and make the most out of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monica, who eats lunch in the classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunchtime so that she can make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki's with some friends who Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would really be tactless to just interrupt them. Oh yeah, you didn't end up joining the Lurch? Oh yeah, did you end up joining the Lurch Club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Huh. I told you she would join. Come on, you know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you, never wanted to join that stupid club. Oh, sure. Well, you have to give her some credit at least for making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Just shut up. Just let me do my thing. I'm just joking. We know we love you. Yeah, once the Lurch Club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What? You're gonna buy her... Why? I'm not laughing at them saying it to her, I'm laughing at the one particular word. Okay. Bullying is the worst shit ever. Anyway, what, you're gonna buy her money fanfiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of that by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention, you could have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. Should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything, but I'm hardly better than any of them. After the way I treated her. Look, I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. Goddamn. After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monika picks up a desk, slumps into it, something she's been doing often lately. Yuri, I don't think I'd be club president. Second handling anything that does go like my exactly my way. Yuri looks up from the book. It's like a large club is a place where you express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just a lot on my mind. Enjoying listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah, well, Natsuki is kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. Saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch. They were so mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club would help her read a manga. It just made me so mad. Like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I had thought of that, it was one of my realization that I was kind of doing the same, just in a roundabout way. Should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it. I even did what you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing. I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sari jumped in and took over the conversation. Should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I let Sari handle it instead. Now, I'm doing the same mistake, except it really hurt someone this time. Monica shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. I could just picture how much joy it'd bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating me like that. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them back. Get them back. Yeah, I'll get them back. And make sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one they want. Suddenly, Sari busts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. The rare, stern face, she marched over to Monika's desk and sat down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president. Is it about Natsuki? Yes. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive about her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally, the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh. Yeah, I did it. Thanks for the intervention, Sari. I'm glad you were on the same page. Friendship wins again. So, how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sorry, do you know Natsuki's coming to club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monica is afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is face it head on. It's so easy to duck away from conflict and wait for her to blow it over. But that's not enough. Really respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them, is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging a club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the club meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess that's for it for today. It's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I was going to read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here? So I picked up the manga that was resting on Jason's desk. Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she had it come into the club. Actually, Monica's been... Oh, okay, Yuri. I'm sure I wasn't just someone else who was using the classroom then, okay? Monica smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the club room. I really should have left that out. If Sari catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki that we would really get awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I can borrow from the music room. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sarah's going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayuri. You know what? Or you know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monica sits and stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayuri marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. Right here. Welcome back. Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them a smile. Sayuri picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would just stand in front of the club room like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be, each with their own struggles, her own reasoning, her own reasons for seeking a vision that Monica had admittedly so vaguely advertised, seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the Literature Club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're gonna learn from an expert about unique form of literature, manga. Oh, come on! Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this. So just, Monica shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. To make it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. That's not enough this time. I'm sorry. I was wrong. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you. I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passions with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only this because Sayuri told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was a witness to that as well. This is Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our own differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that, and it's my goal to respect that for them. Everyone for them. So, I just want to learn about things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share the joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. It's stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She goes in front of Natsuki's desk and looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sorry, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. Kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anime, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. A week passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Another meeting draws close. Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there's just something I wanted to show you. You had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. You know, I was thinking back, when the club was just me and Sari, we would talk about things how we envisioned the club to turn out to be. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said I was trying to make it a club that I needed for myself, more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood, because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I probably wasn't always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just, like, brought a bunch of manga, and I got fussy when I didn't have it my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never realize that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard for me to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can be really hard just to brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like, I'm not doing enough to please everyone else, and I'm being too entitled if I just want people to like me without having to add a bunch of stuff about myself. I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. Monica listens. She recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like always trying to come off as a perfect for other people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I realized I started thinking about other stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But well, like I said, I didn't have anything to do. I didn't do anything. You were just being yourself, and that's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a deep breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, I think I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them and curiosity ended up reading a bunch of it. I mean, one of the characters was in the literature club. What are the chances, right? Were you reading Parafight Girls? Wow, you have such good taste. Just one volume, and I kind of picked it out at random. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me your favorite parts. Well, I think it was kind of weird fate, because the character isn't just in the literature club, she also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. But all four of them are in the literature club. You haven't realized that yet? That's what it literally has to be related to the four of the literature club. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was. If I just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself. Monica walks over to the piano and sits. This art is amazing. I always felt like art should share about the absolute best parts of a book, the parts that will impress people or make them like me, or make them more. I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. I just feel like I wanted to show you this because if it wasn't for you, I would never start playing. Hey, I think the credit goes to you and goes to the Parafight girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that the Parafight girls put the thought into my head, but it was you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Because, you know, you just make me feel like I want to do something I should just do. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long. I'm really not good at it, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really hard onto it. I'll do this real quick, in case this goes to, like... It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Well, that was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding me? You're already like a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so... Yeah, it's called My Song, You Know. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from my first imagined It's completely different from how I was first imagining it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you that help shape the club for what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful, and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't expecting very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was really just fed up with a lot of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way at the club. So, yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get stubborn, if you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. I'm fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. And it takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got that from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the classroom or the club room. You admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now. You got me. That closet's all yours. I'll tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. And that's gonna be saved for the next story, isn't it? No. The next club ends up being a particularly tasty one. Oh. Oh. You're really gonna do that? My god. Monica with some coffee on the floor. One, two, three, four. There's 5 left. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis form should be focused on answering some of the main questions. How does granting elevated access to the virtual machine affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to the virtual machine affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their virtual machine? How's the elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of our universe? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to our own universe? Bonus, how can we present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? Unrelated note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and runs the risk of trying eyes. I'm not changing. I mean, okay, maybe I'll change from this. Okay. There you go. I changed the artwork. This one's kind of cool too. I love it. There's only 3 left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get these 3 done tonight. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Oh no. I don't think I'm ready for this. I really don't think I'm ready for this one at all. This music is... Natsuki! While Natsuki's messing the orientation of her manga in the plastic shelves, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. Hi. The Literature Club is in full swing ever since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Hey Monica. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literatures with each other. Natsuki was first and shared her passion for manga. Then Sayori shared her love for poetry as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monica has multiple interests. Literary interests had focused her day on short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with little help and encouragement from Sayori. After the week was spent on the presentations, Monica decided to give the club members this week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, after spending most time in the club with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. Well, that depends on what... that kind of depends on what kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all those things. Sayori reaches out, pulls a random book from the shelf, and inspects the cover. Shouldn't this girl be wearing clothes? You might like that one. In a panic, Yuri sent... Out of all the names to say there, Yuri. Yuri? Oh my god. That's so fucking stupid. In the panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sari's hand and replaces it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location. I think I know what she's hiding. Okay, well, if you really have no preferences, let's start with something easy to get into it. A lot of these don't start getting really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already reading the manga. I can handle it. I did it with Yuri's book at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed your attention span if you put that much effort into our books. No, I have the attention span of a donut. But I love my friends and I could do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. Let's pick something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I have a donut, I just said I have the attention span of one. Oh, you're just trying to call me sweet. You're so cute. No! How did you get to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Aw, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet door. If someone asks you to stop, then you just need to stop. Please realize... People need to realize that. And I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry. It wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling out a second chair over to her desk. I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her eyes, averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like, well, like a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson. Sari speaks softly, as well as feeling shy after receiving an unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's a comedy and there's some romance too, obviously. Sari looks at the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Love. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys and then finds out, like, well, you should just read it, but you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess you're probably gonna ship yourself with it. It would be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start it then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too. Oh, yeah, I guess. Don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we can do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you do anything. No, it's just... Well, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow. After club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really wanted to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I guess listen to her talk. She's like I'm not sure if I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her or if I can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I'm a woman of respect. But Natsuki's a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But, you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. That's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? Well, I mean, just little signs, like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when I talk about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, that's it. But... yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, you know? Maybe? My stupid head is making me worry for no reason. It likes to do that. Okay, try not to worry so much and everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you have. I'm here to help. You're the best. Sayori gives Monika a quick hug. Well, I'm gonna keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. You got this. After the next club meeting starts, Sari is the last one, and as usual, riding into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet reading what must be manga. Without hesitation, pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki. Hello there. Hi. Actually, can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sari. You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers besides. What about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure. Sari pops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of the page begins being released from beneath her thumb. From Sari's side, only the light tapping noise of her pen, meaning the paper, can be heard. Time passes. Sari paper fill up with scribbles, and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? No, that's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh, I saw all the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I draw this when I'm thinking we're waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one's sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. Listen, she has problems with her back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. What the heck? You're the weirdo. Wanna read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sari slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back to Sari. Don't you ever feel weird sharing all of your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are like all really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no. It was just an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways to express their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins to protest but can't find a good way of putting her thoughts together. Doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you, it's just how I am, so... You write poems? You never told me? I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but... You should. I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But... we can talk about something... Can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something else that makes us both happy. I should continue reading the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Over the next few days, Sari begins each club by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki! Natsuki! Hi, Natsuki! At the end of one of the club meetings, Monica, who's become rather invested in Sari's friendship mission, starts an curious conversation with Natsuki while she packs. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sari. She was pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah, I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder but doesn't reply further. What's in your mind? Nothing. I don't want to talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she fidgets instead of getting back what she was doing as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than that to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You really consider it. Thanks, I guess, but it doesn't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands silent for a moment, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I have some control over the pace. I just can't meet someone and instantly become best friends with them, like sharing everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? I know, I just have a bad feeling about it. I know, sorry. So I've realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt which has surfaced mainly due to her being one who previously encouraged Sherry's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help feel a little bit responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I could. I don't know, I could divert her into another club activity for you or something. No way, that'd be so underhandled and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complain about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively wanted to try to solve problems even if I have been invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Savari. God damn it, I would talk to Sari about it, but it'd make things really weird between us. I feel like it would just make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to keep things natural. Well, I think if you're doing a good job expressing all your feelings, you would totally understand. Sari really wants to be the best she can for other people. I think she would actually be happy that you want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. Look, this feels so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. It's just weird. It's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's at the cool club. Hey! Sorry, that just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know you're just kind of in a tough spot, and that it's hard for you to really express yourself, but you really demonstrated to me that you're a great self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but as she can't find any excuse to do so. Thanks. Natsuki gets her things, and she finishes her thought in a mumble. I'm so glad you joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant. It made Monica feel like everything was really going to be okay. It's lunchtime. Sarah, who she buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle of the students is drowning by Sarah's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into her other than the club meeting around club. Never run into other club members around the school. Natsuki! Sari stands up and on her tippy toes and waves. Natsuki is busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sari at all at first. When she glances over in Sari's direction, Sari waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey! She definitely saw me. Oh, Sari. Monika's first arrival at the club meeting, then Natsuki. Sari's having glanced through the window to see Natsuki inside, is unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be my friend. Ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulky. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me. I'll stay here then. I want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch, so I waved and called her out. But instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey, sorry. I'm sorry. That's just a joke. It's just said like something stupid that it would do for my anxiety. My anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy at all. Or shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of getting closer. Makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she's just walking with her friends. With her friends. We paused for a moment. How do I put this? Sorry, you're very fond with your friends, right? You always want to spend time with them. Of course, I do think there's anything more important to... I mean, the best part of the day is with my friends. Besides, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sorry, nods. We're very different people. I cherish my alone time. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think, well, if I was trying to have alone time and was being threatened with an interruption, then it just would not make me very happy. Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club, but we all have our lives outside the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together. But the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who to talk to every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside the club. It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than jump headfirst into a new commitment. But that means I was bothering her. I really just wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so why was I so selfish? Even if that is true, then it still hurts. It hurts her. It still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. With you, I think you're really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming your friend with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How can I let myself do this? Sari, I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head, but different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more like Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you. So I think if we were to unrealistically consider the situation and how it could cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me, like confronting Sayuri gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. Sorry for burning you at this, but you're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others. My friends deserve happiness. Sorry, Beams. Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if she doesn't want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make up something by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts. I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's better for my friends, I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayuri. I'm mature? Sayuri hops up and down on her toes. So, does that mean you'll be going home after all? Sayuri shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. Let's spend the club by myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. No! Sayuri steps aside. By the way, before Yuri enters the classroom, Sayuri interjects. You said you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sorry, that's absurd. You're silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayuri follows. The club room is quiet. When Sayuri walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayuri smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the class, or the room. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Sayuri decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and tapping a pen against the desk, staring at it. Oh, what are you writing today? Monika speaks quietly in a voice on the wind. Disturbed the peace of the club room, she kneels down at Natsuki's desk. Hey! Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayuri, who's focused on the manga. Monika follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later. Monika falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her hand from the top margin, allowing Monika to see. It says to Sayuri. Understanding, Monika smiles. She places her hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Natsuki looks away, but no motion to remove Monika's hand. Monika gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up, pulling away. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed. So is Monika, after checking on Sayuri and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayuri was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, silent tension hangs in the air. Finishing the volume, Sayuri brings it to the class to put it away. She slides it back into the shelf for Natsuki, whilst Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it. Then Natsuki gets up, pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location. Sorry. I didn't know where we were supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. Both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sayuri turns away to hide her pain expression, then walks away from the closet. If there's any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayuri carries herself out of the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayuri takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki stammers, voice calls from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sayuri turns back and to face Natsuki. art is just amazing. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. Me too. But you go first. Natsuki bites her lips. I can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch. And I'm sorry for just being kind of mean. Like, it's really hard for me to I mean, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable. Especially when it comes to like feelings and stuff. So, face burning, Natsuki clams up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds out a sheet of paper for Nat Sir Sire to take. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch, but it's still the best place in the world. When someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Please don't come in. I'm not ready. This is my best place in the world. Knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed hide with my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away. To see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready. But it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it. However long it takes. If you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door. And I'll show you the best place in the world. It's a poem. But I thought, well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it. Please? Sorry, B smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. I'm happier than I can express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in a chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. And that we probably have different ways we like to make friends. About, like, the friendship stuff. I mean, it's okay. I understand you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your phone did a good job. So don't force yourself if you don't feel ready, okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you. I wasn't mad at you today or anything. Like that. I just felt really guilty and wanted to give you some space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approached you all the time and that I should just let you approach when you wanted to. Just whatever makes you comfortable. I'll expect that from now on. Friendship should always start from those things. With the right balances. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that. Well, I didn't want to have to approach you all the time. I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want it to be balanced, like you said. Sari nods. I understand. We'll make sure of that together then. Now that one was a really good art piece right there. Well, anyway, now the two of them found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again. I'm not gonna be like sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do it once in a while. Only the best ones. So you better like them because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. I was just saying. More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. What? Huh? Oh, from the manga. Wait, I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. Oh. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my god, you have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the last two chapters so I could see your reaction to the big reveal. Aw, you wanted to enjoy it with me. That's so... Sir, you're dead. That's so cute. Oh, shush. Oh my... I love this one. Natsuki looks so derpy. And this one ain't that bad either. I mean, like I said, I'll go through all of them without this and this and anything else that I put on the stream for later. Unlocked a poem that we don't have. I named my pen the Expression Express, my feelings aboard with a ticket to you. No room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Station screaming by, attendants saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and a doze. No bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart, and loops in my letters, and clouds in the sky, and dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up, the train has arrived. Expression express, destination you. Choo choo. A poem from Natsuki distributed at a special event in the past. Or distributed at a special event in the past. Alright, I really like the expression Natsuki is doing at this point because it's very unique. I still really like this one, Natsuki just going ham, digging in Sayori dying from the chocolate, Yuri just casually drinking her red tea. It's nothing else, of course. And then Monica just being the angel she thinks she is with her little lollipop, you know? That's how I got it? I got it by selecting the word. How did I get this one? Delete Monica for the second time. Oh. That means some of these have to be a specific word too, probably. I want to knock both of I want to knock all four of them out in this episode so that I can keep it all condensed into I don't want to rush it, of course. I still want to go through it. It's just I want to keep it all together because if I'm going to start the speed run to get the thing tomorrow, unless I decide, because in a way I need to stop because my voice is going to hell. But at the same time, I feel like those are very important. Hell, let's see if we can knock out the last four in a reasonable amount of time. I'm not gonna say how much time, but oh shit. Hope that wasn't affecting shit at all for the mic and whatnot. Anyway, am I bothering you? Oh. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look like you're so into it when you're reading. Just makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I'm reading here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. Makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're ready to socialize. Even if it takes you a bit longer of a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so I can be healthy to put myself into a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know how to keep up with. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people in the. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone's being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances around the room at Sarah and Natsuki. Sarah has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of cookie that Natsuki's lobbing into the air. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face. Why can I literally see Sayuri and Natsuki doing that just casually in the back of the classroom, making a huge ass mess? Maybe I should say something. No, dude, they just ran on Cookie. What a waste. God damn it, Yuri. Yuri's so subtle, I love it. Or rather, yeah, probably subtle would be the word. They're really becoming good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayuri seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side. So I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Though, that may be partially my fault since I'm supposed to be one engaging the club members. I don't know. I've probably been formed a habit of drawing minimal attention on myself. The responsibilities equally on me, at least to display the same openness to engage. Well, what about during lunchtime? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh. But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning class. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose I've read. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but I guess in the middle of this series. There are 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that it's more less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell you if you. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe. More was when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean a lot. So I just kind of felt like, please don't make me talk about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That'd be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it's just between us? Trying to ask someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it's my fault for pressing you. I'm like that, and I like the things of my past. No, I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. Makes me think that she'll grow out of it too.
Hey, are you guys talking about me?
No, we were just... Oh, we were just talking about our interests, how they've changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki?
Like a couple years ago, I guess.
I was already some sort of into it before that, but I was really going hard until then. But yeah, what was the inspired you to get into it more?
I don't know. I guess, let me think.
It's after I discovered a series I really like, I just, really fed up with a lot of things. I got super into this fun series I really into. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself. Hey, I like Yuri. Monica? Sorry, that's completely wrong, so... It's so cool how that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposite, but it sounds like they've helped you a lot through the hard times.
You know it.
Wow. What the heck?
What the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you're reading?
It's technically slightly longer, but not very much.
How high do you think it would have to be
if you stacked up your whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long, so I can say I've read more than you.
Not that I have the money for that.
Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page.
I know, I was joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me.
Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring.
Chill. I said for me, not for you. I have my own opinion, but I think it's too convoluted.
Sorry? Are those from the floor?
Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't even dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine.
Sorry, trots out of the room. Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows how much these meant to me, so how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it?
I'm sorry, Yuri.
You may be right, but this won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like, especially in the literature club. So I figured how to mediate the discussions, keep it positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think and revisit. I'm sure I could help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. That, then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. Also, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. That also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other.
Aren't you being a little dramatic about this?
It's important to me.
Well, sorry, I just feel like being accused or something.
No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the literature club, don't you think? I'm sure when we're going to have differences in opinions a lot, but I need to make sure we're prepared to keep positive atmosphere in the club.
If you say so.
Sure. The cool thing about language is that
express the same idea of emotion. We have a lot of concern over, or control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversations, basically anything. For example, sorry, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start snacks? Or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh jeez. Okay, how about your favorite food? That's easy, cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Oh, that's a pretty strong reaction. I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does that make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like that, something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sarah's reality that cherries are delicious with my own. I'm challenging Sarah's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret words. You're talking about the reality of cherries, not your feeling about them. Like Sarah. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So, what if instead I said like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the flavor I enjoy. That's fine. Also, as long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries were kind of a weird example, but I think I gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sarah didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. I know that. I was just... Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like, but it doesn't have anything... But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to pull my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours. Now you want to come across to other people. What I'm suggesting is to help turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sarah? Whatever you say, Cherry Hater. I've lost Sarah's voice for me. Whatever you say, Cherry Hater. No, come on. Sorry, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped? I'm sorry, sweetie. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? You're welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Burying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Or buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Oh, like, you would turn on our free Sunday, Yuri? You would certainly be a fan of those cupcakes that I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. No, that's enough. We're getting off topic. Now that we've have the gist of it, how about we try some more relevant to the club, like manga, right? Let's try a productive discussion about our differences and opinion. Great. Do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not, Bill. Oh, welcome. Well, because it's easy productive. Oh, anything productive come from that. We're just gonna start a fight. No, you're like fine. That's what. Well, I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You're not the quote all my feelings. I always think it's more respectful just to speak your mind. Respectful?
Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever you like. But as per for more depth and nuance in my material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond this surface of level. Oh, well, that's just misunderstanding them. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something like that. Like, I don't hear that enough. There's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life. I prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? I try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being that? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature. I read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasies. I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring is subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I know it's gonna make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always get the impression that you secretly look down upon me, and I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. Never any assumptions. You can't blame me for being defensive when nobody ever had the least bit of respect for the thing that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me, just being myself and trying to mind my own business. Have you looked in that mirror? Tell me again about the respect you're calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. Please? You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try to solve other people's problems like Sam, okay? Yuri's piercing words sends the clubroom to choke silence. She gathers her things. She leaves. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you aren't very nice either, so... I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I should have tried to moderate a conflict when I should have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am dealing with conflicts. That's really stupid. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody could have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about things she really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're into manga, or you're not into manga, but if you're actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It's nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So see what you're trying to do. I really think that people here is... I really think the problem is her, not just the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I just set myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out, because I can just move on now. But
Mm, it's fine. I promise. Let's just get our minds off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superior complexity. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Veronica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This is bound to happen. Eventually, Natsuki and Yuri have engaged with each other, but the least out of anyone, this is the reason. Sarah and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga. Veronica sighs, herself unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit it, but she knows Sarah doesn't either. But for once, the solution doesn't seem to be in sight. I might actually have to leave it here because I didn't expect it to be this late. I'm gonna come back to that one actually. Alright, with this one. I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna leave it here because I expect it to be midnight already. But, hey, it went on for half an hour. It's really good fucking content. I love this shit already. Alright, simply put, it is not our job to arbitrarily decide upon some code of ethics just because we're the first one to do this. To our knowledge, that's the government's job to figure out long after we made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to ethical reasoning to this anyway because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge that and understanding of life forms similar to ours. We don't have ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for the creatures that we convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our virtual machines operate completely different from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than that of a machine that's programmed to print "I feel sad." We're engineers, not philosophers. There's one more Yuri and one more. One more of the four of them if I think, because Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, Monica. So I bet it's a Yuri and one more, and that's probably gonna be the last one out of that. I feel like these three are gonna come from the next three side stories, unless one of them is a very, very special one. There's definitely two more. From those side stories. But I'm thinking one of these has to be because of the perfect ending. It has to be. I don't know about those, and that definitely is one of the next two side stories. While these, I'll figure out how to get them. And those should be interesting to get. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit follow, notifications on to know next when I go live. And if you watch the YouTube, go to twitch.tv/CJTheAFKGM so you can catch these live. Watch us on Twitch and want to catch up on most everything that has gone on in the past, you can go to the YouTube link in the panels down below. Go there, find
mostly everything. I plan to get everything onto YouTube as soon as I figure out the time to do it. But until next time, I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.